star was there. Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome to Cocktail Hour at the Coop. I am Liz from Our Wakers, my sister Leanne. We are not at our parents' Alpaca Farm, Our Wakers Farm in Wall, New Jersey. We are in my basement across the street.
And I hear
my puppy dog whining at the door upstairs already.
She'll forget we're down here. It's a Patreon night, Zoom night. So we have found that if we do this first,
we don't ramble.
Yeah, we don't ramble as much. We still ramble. But the problem is life, and she had to drop kids off at soccer practice, and it's raining in front of a sweatshirt, so it's already 6:20, and we Zoom at 7, so no dilly-dallying.
And I just realized my show notes are upstairs.
I have some show notes I wrote at the very end of my day at work today. So.
I do want to
Hey, we had an earthquake. She didn't feel it. I heard it.
Well, this house is right on a very busy street, and no big trucks are allowed on our street, and we have lots of big trucks that drive on this street. And our house shakes when these big trucks drive past because there's a big divot in the road across the way, and our house just shakes regularly. So I was in my bedroom, and that's the other thing. Everybody was home because it was spring break.
Yes.
So I was home and in my bedroom trying to figure out what to wear to our grandfather's funeral. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And Nick was in the kitchen, and Grant was in the kitchen, and all the dishes were rattling. So they were like, and Nick was like, you know how like the house usually shakes when a truck goes from there to there? It was like from there to there. And then my phone started going, blah, 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 blah,
it was cool. I was at TJ Maxx looking for something to wear for our grandfather's funeral, and I needed new black pants. All my black pants were like kind of So I'm in the dressing room, and I hear like rattling. The doors were rattling, but I didn't feel it. And I was like, someone's stuck in their dressing room. I'm like, what is happening? This is weird. Like, that's all I thought. I didn't think it was an earthquake at all. And then with that, we get a group text from my mom. What was that shaking? I'm like, oh, and it's like, did we have an earthquake? And Chase was like, Mom, my bed just moved. And I'm like, so I'm like, oh my God, an earthquake. We don't have earthquakes in New Jersey normally. We had one in 2011 that I felt.
Yes, I felt that one.
Yeah. But this is not like California people would be laughing at us of how excited we were about this tiny earth. It wasn't tiny, but anyway, I go into TJ Maxx, I go out of the dressing room, and there's like this woman looking at scarves, and I'm like, oh, did you hear the wind earthquake? She's like, what? And I'm like, it just happened. I heard the door, and she's looking at me like, you're a crazy lady. I'm like, look, my mom texted me. She was like, okay. And then I went up to the register to pay, and none of them felt it. So I guess the store was big enough that they felt it. They were like, oh man. So it was exciting around here. And then there was an eclipse, and then there was a giant meteor did you see all the ring cameras on Wall Township Local?
Was it a meteor?
NJ.com. Yeah, from Pennsylvania all the way to us.
So I just assumed it was the power lines blowing up.
No. It went from Pennsylvania.
I saw the ring camera. Somebody on the Wall Township
people saw in Pennsylvania all the way to Delaware.
I didn't know that's what I only saw the what is this?
That was the next day.
So I only saw those.
No, it wasn't a transformer blowing. It was a real and I read the article.
Because I've seen a transformer blow where it's like whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, no, this was like a giant orb.
I've seen that in real life.
Right? So
with Paige, I think I was with Paige when I saw that.
So anyway, we've been it's been busy around here, and
as we mentioned, our grandfather died. So thank you to everyone who was sending their condolences. He was 90, and it was a true celebration of life at his funeral.
Yes, it was.
He lived a happy long life.
He did.
He and our grandmother have been married for 71 years.
Yes. So, and he's had dementia for the past few years. So, yeah, he lived a long, good life. It was still sad. It was still sad. But, and we did this like thing so between the funeral home and the cemetery was their house and the family business. So we actually did a little parade, went past his house and the mill and then to the cemetery. Now, I posted that picture on Facebook or whatever. I didn't know that's a normal thing. Not where we live. Not like Peggy, my friend from work, she was like, oh yeah, like that's
final
when everyone final drive by where they lived. So I guess if it's in the area of where you were.
With our family, our dad, like if we go out for dinner when we were kids, we'd take a drive by past the business to make sure everything was good to go before we went home.
Yeah.
And I guess my grandfather was always the same way. So I just thought we were doing like
me too.
That.
I think we were doing that.
I think we were doing that.
But I guess it's a common practice in other places. But we got to do that, and I thought that was pretty cool. And our sister Andy got there first, and she literally stopped the funeral procession to take the picture because that's what she does.
And we'll put the picture in. Can you do that?
Yeah. Ooh.
Did she do it?
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. So why don't we just jump into what we've been doing? I know I've got a couple of FOs.
I've got some
I got
FOs.
some whip. I got one whip.
Oh, I have to go upstairs. My show notes are upstairs, and I have another bag of stuff.
All right. Pause.
Sorry.
Loud.
Okay, I'm here, and Sunny's here, so she's gonna be huffing and puffing. Hopefully she. Okay.
I'm telling you, you hear this.
I know, but she's good. As long as she stays over there and she lays down. Go lay down.
She's not good.
Well, the door's been open the whole time, so. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
I'm back. Are we doing foes first and then whips?
Yeah, I got more foes and whips.
Yeah, me too. I got a little foes.
All right, you go first.
I tested this pattern and I really love it. It's called the Journey Shawl and it's gigantic. And it's Tunisian crochet. It's by K Crochets. K with a K and crochets with a K. And it's called the Journey Shawl. It's not out yet. I had written to her earlier to see when she's releasing it. She was thinking April, but
Moving you over a touch.
Yeah.
I feel like you're getting cut off.
yeah, okay.
Our
That's good.
tripod broke. It's just like leaning on two legs.
Sunny, the kids were playing some kickball in the basement and Sunny broke it. So it uses a lot of yarn, but it's big and it was really fun, but it gets crazy. So at this point,
Here, I'll hold this.
yeah, you hold that. So at this point, you're working with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 balls at the same time. So I had like a whole bunch of bowls set out and I had like binder clips with the things going through.
Do they all
and
get tangly?
so she has, in the pattern, she does have like cross this one over this one going this way, cross this one over this one going that way so they don't tangle. And you get like a decent amount where they don't tangle and then all of a sudden something happens and you're like, meh. So.
Because I know with the color work and knitting, when you do 3, which isn't, you don't do that very, it doesn't happen a lot. If you have that third color, those,
Yeah,
and you're
so
like,
it was 12 at once. So you can like break your, so what we were doing as testers was really working on yardage and like how to break your balls down, like how to break a skein down into smaller amounts. So we were using kitchen scales and stuff. We all started with way more yarn than we needed. And so it was kind of like, it was fun. You don't like math. There was a lot of math. And then we kept all mathing wrong. Like I did all my maths with that they were 3-ounce skeins and they're not. They're 3.5-ounce skeins. So I had to redo all my math. But that's okay.
yeah, no, I wouldn't be good at that.
So, but I really like it.
I use this much, but I take that back. When it
You can
comes
weigh
to,
things out.
I weigh things on a food scale because I knit a baby. I don't have it here because it was a gift. My dad's mail carrier was having a baby, and he
Oh,
wanted
and
me
she
to.
sent a picture today.
Yeah, Dad sent me that the other day.
Yeah, she wrote to me.
But he was like, what do you make for infants? And I was like, well, I really like stroller car seat sized blankets for babies, little ones, just. So I had some, and I believe in using yarn for baby blankets that can go in the washing machine. Like
Amen.
a hat can be alpaca. Even a little sweater you can hand wash, but a blanket, you gotta be able to wash that thing. Ugh, they get gross. So I had 2 skeins of acrylic left over from other projects, 2 full skeins. So I held them together and I knew what they both weighed. And when I did like a giant washcloth, I just literally did a giant washcloth. And when they were both at half, I started to decrease. I did one of those jobbers.
Yep.
So I can weigh things. I can weigh.
Yeah, so that's
I make bread.
So that's what we were trying to like figure out the best way
Yeah.
for the at-home people to be able to do it. So it is tricky though, because if you're using a different weight yarn,
Oh yeah,
then
yeah.
your weight. So we all came up with yardages and weights, and I believe she's going to include like how to convert your skein.
That's
like
nice
I've done
when
that
you
in
can have all
patterns
different kinds of
before.
yarn too. Like Andrew Mary does a bunch of that stuff where like whatever weight you want, and then
Yeah.
you need certain.
I'm working on a new pattern, and that's I've tested a few recently, and I've made a few recently where they're listed for all weights, and I'm like, yes, that's what I want. I want the measurements now. Like I used to want like 40 stitches, and then it's just this. Now I'm like, why doesn't it just say 10 inches? Or like, what is it? What do they want me to do? because I want to use the yarn that I have so I don't have to go out and buy yarn.
Yeah. All right. So I'll show an FO. I just finished this. I'm not a sock knitter. I'm a sweater knitter.
I'm impressed.
Okay. So Denise of Earth Tone Girls. It's almost over. I think it ends in May. It is the I Love Books and Sock Knitting Cow. And I do love books. And I haven't been reading enough. So I made a pair of socks. And I'm reading Lonesome Dove with the bookshelf, the Thomasville. What's the name of it? From the Front Porch is the podcast. She's the bookshelf in Thomasville, Georgia. Anyway, she does this Conquer a Classic thing, and it's Lonesome Dove. And I joined her Patreon, and I'm following along, and I'm loving it. Loving it. So I made a pair of socks, but I didn't bring them because I wore them a couple times already, and they got kind of fuzzy. Like, they look...
Oh, they
didn't wear well. And I'm going to be honest, it was gifted to me. And I don't remember what it was. So I don't want to I don't even remember what it was. So I don't want to bash anybody's yarn, but it didn't wear well as a sock. So I didn't bring it. But then I started another one. I need shorty socks.
So I need to make shorty socks because I've been wearing ew, that's
Ew,
mud. It's mud, it's not poop. I was just at soccer fields. And there's no...
But I got new sneakers at the thrift shop. And
I've been wearing these and Vans. And I need little shorty socks. I want handmade ones.
Well, I just started another pair today. So maybe you can have them. Okay, so I'm reading The Frozen River right now.
Do you like it?
I don't know. I don't know. I want to love it. And I'm but so today, it was due back to the library today. I can't renew it anymore because there's a hold on it because it's a new book. So I had another book on hold, The Great Divide, which I'm super excited about. So I go to get it, and my friend is a librarian. And I was like, listen, I got to talk to you. I said, I have this book. I don't know. I said... She goes, is it good? I heard everyone said it's good. I'm like, but I went online today to read, is it worth finishing? Mm-hmm. And then I find out the book is based on a real person, based on her real diaries as a midwife in the late 1700s in Maine. And it says that, you have to read the author's note. Remember the Yellow Wife? At the end?
I didn't read the Yellow Wife. It's not on Libby.
When you got to just get it.
It's not on Libby.
When you find out it's a real person. So I told her, I was like, I'm going to hold on to it. She goes, it's fine. I'll pay the little, it's 20 cents a day.
Yeah.
But I had to finish it, but I'm not I love it. I really wanted to love it.
I've been seeing lots of comments on that Facebook group about people not loving the women right now. I loved it. So what they don't like about that is that it's too much of a romance. Yeah,
there's not much romance in the women.
It's like her following a guy. No. But that's what people are complaining about. Oh. And the names. There's current modern names.
I didn't like that either. The kids' names are modern names. I thought the same thing. But so what?
Brandon or something.
Yeah, so what? It was very
I know,
good.
Who cares?
I love the women. But a lot of people so these are called the leftover sneaker socks.
They're
Look,
great.
aren't they cute? So the red is from Blackbird Sycamore.
Yeah.
Yes. So she gifted me stuff for the make-along.
Awesome.
Our nudie make-along, she picked me. Okay. Her yarn is gorgeous. Oh, I should have brought it all over. We haven't podcasted since then.
No.
I'm going to do, when I go home tomorrow, I'm going to do a little video and I'll put it in here.
So
her yarn is
pretty.
Gorgeous. And she sent me a full skein of socks.
Amazing.
And then 5 minis. So the cover of Red Tent, which I put there. It's blue with a woman in the middle and she has a red thing on, red jacket. So, and then the blue is Chelsea yarn that I had in my stash. So I had a couple skeins of her yarn just hanging out when years ago, I was like, I'm going to make socks. And we went when she was in Red Bank. And I did make one pair, Spring Chicken, which I still wear them. So anyway, so leftover sneaker sock, they are free on Ravelry and they're super quick. And
it was a good pattern. It was written well.
Perfect. I made them in 2 days. Look at me.
2 days.
2 days. You know what? Okay, I had a doubleheader soccer game.
Oh, yeah.
Baseball game. Oh wait, I didn't knit this at the baseball game. No, I did this during the week with band rehearsal and working full time. That's pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. This was something. This was baseball. School baseball. Ran into the old boyfriend who sat and talked to us for a while.
The middle school boyfriend?
my first ever boyfriend. He's the athletic director. He's very nice. Also looks very nice bald. I look at all the bald men now because Dawn's gonna be bald.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right,
You gotta shave it all off.
yeah,
right?
you gotta go all the way.
go for it.
Gotta go all the way. So that's that. Do you have another?
I have lots of photos.
Okay, you go. We'll go back and forth. What time is it? Go.
Sewing. I've been sewing. So I got more adventurous with my bag making. Oh yeah, I made it.
I was with you when you got all the stuff. Look, she got all the
I did
things.
all the I bought everything, so it's cork, and I got all my findings in the strap. I got everything at Old Spool Sewing in Braille, New Jersey. Now it's a mess because I've been using it, but I did mess up. That fabric is supposed to be on both sides, but it didn't work out that way.
Where is it?
The other half is in here and here. I got something wrong. It's fine. Everything's fine. But I learned how to do this zipper here. I learned how to do this this actually wasn't on the pattern. It had one of the magnet things, but.
And you tell them how you learned, because I was asking you. Did we talk about this last time on the podcast? I think so. Craftsy? Or did you just
This was a Craftsy class. Yes. So I wrote the classes down. So for anybody who is interested in sewing, I have literally only been watching videos, for the most part, on Craftsy. So the ones that I found most valuable to me, this is the crossbody bag, and then Learn to Sew Simple Bags. That was another big one. I made a bunch of those. Like, I learned a lot of techniques. And then I also watched 20 essential techniques for better bags, and I've kind of combined the techniques that each of them do. So the crossbody bag is supposed to be done with waxed linen or waxed cotton, whatever. Waxed canvas, that's the one. But I saw the cork and I was like, oh, that's got to be a similar technique because it's like a firm, whatever, my jeans.
Oh, yeah.
So I was told cork wears really well, but when you have new blue jeans, the color.
That's okay. Nobody sees that
It's
side.
fine. Everything's fine. And then I watched a lot of dress sewing videos. So on Craftsy, Sewing with Knits, 5 Wardrobe Essentials with Meg from Sew Liberated. I mean, so like lots of you love the Sew Liberated patterns. She has classes on Craftsy. So I watched her videos. I got some techniques. I watched a few videos, and then I was like, I got this. So I made some dresses. So this is just a t-shirt dress. I actually made 3 versions of this dress. So I made like a paper pattern myself based off of a dress that I have in my closet. And then I made it and I altered it, and I made it and I altered it, the pattern, the paper pattern, and I made it. And I really like how they turned out. I did different hems on them. So this one just has a rolled hem.
Oh, I like the little rolled hem.
But I did a little
you did do
I
so it
did
doesn't roll
stitching
all
so
the
it
way
doesn't
up.
roll all the way. And then I was like, you know what? I want to make a long dress. So I made a long dress, and I made a black one. And then
You wore it to the funeral.
I did. I wore
Very
it to the
nice.
funeral. And the back of it, I felt like there was too much fabric, so I pinched it, and I took off a lot of fabric, so I altered my paper pattern to go with it. And I ordered fabric from Mood, like a Project Runway contestant. I got it on sale because it was St. Patrick's Day and it was green. But I did this with the altered one, and I love it. And I tried it on, and it fits perfect, and feels like it doesn't wrinkle.
Yeah, it feels like a bathing suit.
It feels like a bathing suit. It does not wrinkle. I'm so pumped. I told Nick, I was like, I'm sorry. I'm wearing the exact same dress every day, all
I
summer.
meant to bring my dress over that I want. We have a consignment shop around here I really like, and I found a dress that I really love, like the stitching in the top and stuff, but on me it would just hangs, and it makes me look even bigger than I am, and I don't need it. So I thought, I tucked it into my jeans, and I'm like, I like it as a shirt.
And
so.
we can take the sides in a little bit too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have you.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, next thing I have to show is a little baby sweater that I made.
Sunny, go upstairs. Go upstairs.
This is a little sweater. I've made this before, and I hold mohair, and I put a little embroidery on there on the little sleeve, and we decided maybe a little bit on the back.
This one for Lori?
Yeah. So she bought one I made in the coop for sale, and she bought it. And so this is for another baby that's going to be born in August, September. So I made it the 6-month size. So very cute.
So cute.
And the book that this is from, I'm drawing a complete blank, so I'm going to put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
I've made this
You
sweater
bought it in
before.
Rhinebeck.
I did. I met the
And you met the, so you can go back
designer.
a couple episodes for
Yeah.
the Rhinebeck one because we talked about the Rhinebeck one.
Yeah.
But it'll be linked below.
Yeah, so I'll link it. And I have the little buttons I bought in Rhinebeck also. So yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, I held two. The one is like an alpaca merino blend and with a mohair that was like a little bit different color. I did everything from the stash. Yay, stash.
Okay, I dyed some yarn. So if you're a Patreon yarn clubber, you're getting a sneak peek. Well, these are already in the mail too, so. Everything is all
I don't
about
see these yet.
positivity. Sorry, people with the dogs. She's
And your dogs are like,
go upstairs. Go lay down, baby. Go lay down. Go lay down. And worst of all, she found a tennis ball. They're like,
thump, thump, thump.
okay.
Oh, they're sloppy.
So everything is about positivity. So this one's called Be Incredible.
Oh, I love it.
Color's not coming up right, but kind of. It's
Yeah,
close-ish. So it's gonna be fun, I think. And then I have for April, this one's called Keep Moving Forward.
Beautiful. Oh, it's so nice and springy.
Yeah, right.
That one's pretty.
I really love how this one turned out. Like, I'm definitely gonna be using that myself. And then I have, so this one, the little tag that I was using said, note to self, not all weight is yours to carry, but I couldn't fit that on there, so I put note to self. So this one's note to self.
Pretty. Good job. These
This
are
one
nice.
is called Chase Your Dreams. It's pretty blue on gray.
Beautiful.
So those are some of the next couple Yarn Club yarns that we'll be mailing out. And do you have anything else?
Yeah, I have my Green Mountain Spinnery.
Oh yeah,
All
get
right.
to that.
So, Kate from Green
'Cause
Mountain
mine
Spinnery.
can
It
wait.
was a secret. I couldn't talk about it until just this week. Kate from Green Mountain Spinnery.
You kept that a secret for a long time.
You know how hard that was? Listen, if someone tells me to not tell anyone, I'm
yeah,
a
we
ball.
don't tell.
But when I have something exciting to share, it's really hard. So I was told not to say anything. Anyway, she wrote to me and said, we are debuting a new yarn. It is called Cozy Cotton. It's their worsted
It's
weight version
awesome.
of their Cotton Comfort. So if you've ever used that, it is an 80-20 blend, 80 wool, 20 cotton.
The buddy hairs all over it.
Buddy hair everywhere.
Even
So,
Sunny's shedding a lot right now.
so she asked if I would want some to make a sweater to try it out. I said, yes,
Yes.
please, yes, please. Oh, I was so like, really? Okay. So she sent me 9 skeins of this beautiful yarn. And I decided to make the rosemary cardigan because they had posted it and the designer is, I have it written down, by Amy Christoffers, and she's a friend of theirs. So they had posted this on their Instagram a couple months ago. So
and you had already planned on making this.
I was already planning on making it. Our friend Jess, our patron, she gifted the pattern to me one day.
And Joan is making
Joan's
it.
gonna make it.
Jess already made hers?
Nope, not yet. So
Who
anyway, I don't know.
Some of the Rhinebeck Housies are
Yes.
making it, right?
So
Did Mandy make it? Mandy, did you make it yet?
Mandy didn't make it yet. No one made it yet, I think. But if you can see the yarn, it's like a tweedy. I picked the cocoa bean color. I got to pick my color. There's 6 colors, I believe. One is white. There's like a pink and a yellow and a purpley color. But I just wanted like simple. I'll wear it all the time. The only thing I'm going to say about this pattern is it's very cool construction. You do the shawl collar the same time as the whole sweater. It's hard to show.
No, you can see it. Turn
It's
around.
really cool. Like there's this.
Yeah, you can see it.
It's-
You guys can see that, right?
Yeah. So you do it all at
Sort
once.
of.
You don't have to pick it back up, which a lot of
That's
shawl
nice.
collars are at the end. So it fits you really, really well. But
My alarm went off to pick up a kid from practice. Hopefully Nick's on it.
so her increases, I felt like were written a little bit tricky. So I did my own. I did like a make one left or
What
whatever.
increases where?
For the raglan.
Okay.
Like along, it's
Along
a
the
raglan
shoulders?
sleeve. Yeah,
that
here.
same thing.
Like in here. I just did my own. Like an invisible one, like make one left, make one right. So,
There's a lot of fluff flying around
well,
right
it's,
now.
yeah, and I had buddy hair all over it. Anyway, so I made the size 4 I wear like extra large stuff. I'm kind of broad, bigger up top. My weight's in my top, like pant up. This is where all my weight is. So I like to go bigger on my sweaters. I wish I'd gone down a size and made it longer because this is going to look great over dresses.
But you can wear it like your jean jacket. It's almost the
Yes.
same length as this
Yes.
jean jacket.
It is. And I like that, but it's a little bit wide on. It's very comfy. So I would, and I'm at gauge. It wasn't like I didn't have gauge. But I like to go up because I hate tight sweaters because I have them and I've made them and I don't wear them.
I was looking at my Rhinebeck sweater the other day and I was like, yep, nope, it's good. I didn't even know last year's Rhinebeck sweater.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yep, no, I'm not even trying it on. I don't
You
want to try
see
it
my
on.
Rhinebeck sweater so
Yes.
far?
It's awesome.
I love it so much.
I
Oh,
love
wait, I'm
it.
attached to a ball. Hold on. This is the Dazzler sweater. This is my definite Rhinebeck
love
sweater.
it. And she's a new to you designer, right?
Yes,
From when
her
I
stuff
sent
is
you that
awesome.
stuff.
Yes.
I found it on Pinterest because I have different search features than she has, right?
Wow.
Because I don't search for knit sweaters. So I looked up color work knit sweaters and I was like, oh, these are cool. So I sent her a whole bunch and
I
found
love
this.
it so much.
Feederbrook.
Yes. No, yes, yeah.
And
Peterbrook
Cascade.
And Cascade 220. Regular Cascade, not 220. Cascade, yeah, 220, not
220.
super wash, regular. In just like the creamy color. I have to do my
Ecru.
I have to do my sleeves. And then there's a little like, this goes at the bottom. I love it. I tried it on. It fits perfect. I'm so excited about it. And I even bought earrings to match already. So this is
I love
definitely the Rhinebeck sweater. I have another one in my mind to make because we're there 3 days. Like we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Basically, we're in, festival 2 days, Friday around. So I have my Green Mountain, the one I just made. So I want to do one more, which
That'll be nice to wear on Sunday, maybe.
yeah, depending on the weather too.
Yeah.
Like that's light because it's cotton. I would like to do one more. I have time.
You'll do
I
one
do
more.
sweaters pretty quickly. So,
I started spinning my yarn in January for the make along for my sweater. It's the first time I'm spinning for a garment, and my wheel's at the coop, and I don't think about it during the week. And I'm only there on Saturdays now, and I haven't spun.
You're like,
in
Mom. Mom's got to
So,
do. Oh,
I need
you
to-
need to finish spinning and make it.
So I
It's
need
getting
to.
there.
I need to bring my wheel home. I need to just set aside a couple days, and I'll have all the yarn done, and then I can make it. I'm doing the Beatrix bat wing.
Yeah, you need to be like Sunday from like after you get back from cleaning, like for an hour, or
Yeah.
like do laundry and spin
Yeah,
same time.
yeah. So I gotta work.
Yeah. See, like I'm baseball season kicked in, so I knit at the baseball games. I get so much done at baseball
I
games.
I can't work at soccer. Like
No.
I brought my thing at soccer, and I'm like, no.
Same with football. I can't knit during
Nothing.
football. Baseball,
I
you can knit the whole time.
actually didn't. When Grant used to play baseball. So Grant's playing soccer. So we're back in soccer season. His team had his first game and they won 5-1 and they did so awesome. And they barely it was the last day of spring break, so a lot of kids weren't there. It was Grant's birthday. And Grant got to play the entire game because they only had 2 subs. So it was
Nice.
really like he loved it. But he's like so silly, like doing his little dances and his moves out on the field, right? And I get a message like that night, like from the coach, like, we are so impressed with Grant's improvement over the season, but he's got to like
Stop
work
dancing.
on concentration and focus. And I'm like, yes,
Yeah, we know.
no kidding. I'm fully aware of this.
What else do you have in here?
So after I made this, I just love Tunisian crochet. I love how it looks. I love doing it. It takes a little bit longer, but we went on vacation. We went to Vermont, and I brought yarn with me, and I brought no patterns. And I was like, I need to make something. So I came up with a new pattern. So I'm working on it in a solid right now too. So first one I made, you put that one on, is a bandana cowl. And then I also did
Ooh.
it. I haven't woven my ends in yet. I also did it.
I love a bandana cowl.
I love a bandana
it's
cowl.
so soft.
And then I also made it in a straight cowl because I know there's plenty of people who don't like the bandana style, right? So I
Ooh.
did it in a straight cowl too because I love cowls.
Me too. You don't
They're
have to
just
fuss
so
with them.
easy. You put them on.
I wore a big shawl the other day, like a triangle shawl, and I came up. I can't like do the dishes with it. Oh, I gotta borrow a dishwasher tab. I ran out of dish soap,
no.
and James went to the dishes tonight, and it's full. And I was like, I'm like, ooh, I'm
Yep.
out.
Yep.
I'll go to Aunt Lizzie's.
We're almost out too.
Remind me to
I
grab
have
one.
to get them from Costco next time. So
I could go to the store, but I'm coming here. So
straight version and bandana cowl
I love
version.
it.
So now
Is this Feederbrook?
it's Feederbrook. Yeah, I had bought it at
So
the festival
comfy and
at Rhinebeck.
soft.
So now I'm working on it in a solid, and I did change it up a little bit from the original because I literally was just in the car trying not to look at the trucks on the throwaway. So it's like it's hard to see it. It's like a ribbed pattern, but this is the altered version, and this will be the final version. So it kind of has like a rib to it.
Pretty.
It needs a name. It needs testers. I feel like Tunisian. Lara just got her new set, so I was like, hey,
Yeah.
you want a cowl to test? But if she doesn't want to do it, that's fine too.
You should use one of like the names that you're naming the yarn for.
Oh,
your
yeah,
towel.
positive
the whole
ones.
year of positivity.
Yeah, and then I started, and then I had another idea, also Tunisian.
Makes me nervous because like knitting things fly off their needles, but crochet it's like. Meh.
So I'm alternating stitches, so like it's just gonna be a scarf, and it's gonna be triangles. But if you see the triangle, it switches stitches halfway through.
Ooh,
so
that's pretty.
I am really digging the Tunisian right now. So it's kind of
That always
it's
looks
kind
so
of our
pretty.
off season for the coop. So I should be like banging out hats and little baby things and all that kind of stuff for the coop for next
But this
year.
is a good time for you
It's
to
like-
try things and do
Exactly. So I don't have to rush with things. So I'm trying things. And I like this, right?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
like it a
know.
lot. It's pretty.
So I've been just trying things. We've had a lot going on. I feel like the world is crumbling around us with people around us. Everything's heavy
yeah.
with our friends and some family. And I feel like there's been, my headphones fell in my pocket. Oopsies. I feel like I've been like taking on everybody's weight privately, and I've been creative sewing. I can't believe how much I'm enjoying sewing.
Yeah.
I always knew I wanted to sew. I just didn't want the needles around because I stepped on one as a kid and it was really, really bad. The x-rays are right here somewhere, I think. I'll try to find x-rays and take a picture for you. They're disgusting. So I
can't wait.
So I didn't think I wanted the needles around, even though I've always wanted to sew. And I just love, it's the instant gratification.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, I love having a project.
That's why I like sewing like a tunic. I would have it that day.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to alter my pattern again. I'm going to make another one for like some tops. So that's my next thing to do. I just bought some more fabric actually. Because Joanne, now that I decide to sew, Joann's goes out of business. And that's, besides our like
It's the like affordable.
old school sewing, it's the affordable way to go, right? So I went up last week and I picked up a bunch of jersey knits that were on clearance to make some more dresses for myself, because literally I'm going to wear the same thing every day, all day, because they're so comfortable.
And
And
accessorize them.
I did, and I bought a couple like nice like cotton canvas and some liners for some bags. So I have a nice little stack of things to make, and hopefully that'll keep things off my mind.
Yeah, see, that's good. That's how I am when things are bad. I just keep making.
Normally I just like shut
Yeah,
down.
yeah. I'm glad you're making.
I feel like this week I shut down a little bit.
We all
but-
did. Yep. Okay. So the only thing else that the other thing I wanted to mention, we mentioned it last time, is Stitch and Pitch is coming up at the Blue
Yeah.
Claws with Debbie Trainer. Each stitch counts. So I'll link that below. That is next Sunday,
The 21st, April 21st,
Can't wait.
2024, whenever you're watching this in the future.
We have a friend coming down. Mary
Yes.
Yellen's coming down.
I'm pumped.
Yes, we got our tickets. Purple Debbie got my ticket for me. And
Mom and I are in
it's
your
gonna-
row.
Cool. It's going to be fun. And we're going to make dishcloths
Mm-hmm.
and watch some baseball. So it should be very fun. Yeah, that's it, I think.
I have one
I
sip
think
left, so.
I finished. I have a little. That was good.
Very refreshing. I had, in case you were wondering, I had grapefruit juice, Tropicana grapefruit juice, and homemade hard seltzer.
Lots of little.
I know. Lots of little poofies in there. Okay.
All right. Well, cheers, everybody. Happy making, and we'll see you soon. Okay. Bye.